back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in last week for my collaboration between me and my sister. Yeah, today I'm going to be talking a bit more about CAMHS because I receive a lot of questions in my Ask Box on Tumblr about that, and I thought I would just clear up some of those questions because I feel like some people might be feeling the same thing. I'm not going to read off my phone because I feel like it's a bit like, I don't know, baiting people out if I read the questions off my phone. In my last video, I kind of outlined how I got referred to CAMHS, what CAMHS was like, what happens in the CAMHS session and stuff like that. But I get a lot of people asking me what their first CAMHS session is going to be like. In your first CAMHS session, it's kind of like an assessment and why you've been referred and why you're here and stuff like that. And I know that can really feel like a tedious process, but it's really helpful if you let it be. You'll probably meet your therapist for the first time then, and if you don't like your therapist, change. I changed my therapist on the first day, but I really didn't like her, I really didn't gel with her, and I was like, I don't want to be here, and I really wanted to get something from it because obviously I recognised that I needed help, or otherwise I would just refuse to go. But yeah, it was really, really helpful to change because then I had my next therapist for a year and then my next therapist after that for 6 months, and both those two were really, really good. So yeah, in the first session I just had a referral and they had all my doctor's notes and I had my hospital notes, and they kind of like said, oh, can you tell us what happened? And it was so frustrating, even though I knew I didn't want to just go through the whole process again. I'd been through it with the nurses, I'd been through it with like a social services person, and I'd been through it with some psychiatrist in the hospital, so that was really, really annoying because then I had to do it for a 4th time, but they'll probably do that with you. Honestly, it's not scary. Like my CAMHS set up, like in the centre that I went to, you kind of buzzed on the door and it was like buzz, obviously, and you just kind of say your name, you go in, you sign in, and you just sit down and wait for your appointment. They'll come out and get you. Your parents can stay with you if you want. Yeah, like obviously they don't have to leave, and it's quite a calm environment. Like when you're there, you're like, oh my god, I want to go. Another question I get is, what should I do if I'm feeling A, B or C? Now the most common questions I get about this are, what should I do if I'm having like psychotic feelings? And I don't mean that in a bad way, I just mean things like hearing voices, hallucinations, or stuff like that. So obviously I'm not a doctor, so I can't advise you on what to do on that, but what I can say is you might have been misdiagnosed, you might have just, you know, missed something, and I don't know, but it's really, really good to go back and tell your GP or tell your therapist because they can help. But if you're on tablets, this might be a side effect, so do let your GP know that these tablets aren't working for you, and they'll probably give you something better with a latter side effect. Yeah, another question I get is, I haven't told my therapist, blah blah blah. So when I see these kind of messages, I do feel like, come on you guys, like you can tell them everything, honestly. Like they're not going to care, you do have to tell them everything. And it's like, oh, who should I tell? And it's like your therapist. Even if you don't like them, please, I just urge you to tell them because it will just really, really help. So if that is your case, do just let them know how you're feeling, because it's their job to care. Like it's literally their job to care, and if they don't care, then just get out there and tell, like, ask for a new therapist, and your care coordinator will just like switch that for you. Another question I get is, how long will I be in CAMHS for? I honestly can't say. Think about it this way, the more you open up and the quicker you open up, the sooner you get to leave. I was there for a year and a half anyway, yeah, because I was 15, and that was just, I think that was a natural time for me to be there, and I think that was just like a closure. They did offer me, like, it wasn't just like, you know, here you are now in real life, but they did kind of say it's going to be weird not coming to CAMHS, like, but obviously now I don't really think about it. Like my Tuesdays are free, they're not the days that I go to CAMHS anymore. The quicker you open up, the sooner you'll leave, so it really depends on your state of mind and when they think you're healthy, because they really, really do know best. But if you feel like quitting, then you can quit at any point, but I obviously wouldn't recommend it because they are just trying to help. I keep remembering questions. Another question I always get is, if I go to CAMHS, will I be forced into family therapy? No, that is not the case. You do not have to do it. It is optional. I only did family therapy because my mum wanted to do it, and there would be absolutely no point her going. But to be fair, I think she did go on her own a lot of the time because I absolutely hated family therapy. I would literally storm out. I remember one time it was like a 10-minute walk from school, so I just not even ran back to school. I just walked. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. You do not have to do family therapy. For me personally, family therapy was not helpful, and I didn't enjoy it, and I didn't feel like I got anything from it. I just felt really awkward and really cringy, and I didn't want to do it. So no, you will not be forced into family therapy if you do not want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, then don't do it, because it's not going to help you if you don't want to be there. And so thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did get something from it, do give a bit of thumbs up. And also guys, you can put questions in the comment section below and I will get back to you on those. And yeah, do message me on Tumblr. My Tumblr is beautifullyworthyrecovered.tumblr.com, and just send me an ask. My ask box is always open and I do always reply to messages. So if you do want to send me messages on there, do send me messages. But everything you need is in the down box below, and I will see you next week for my next video. Bye!